The King of Pop is officially returning to the big screen, and this momentum is unstoppable. Welcome to our comprehensive breakdown of the biggest and most talked about movie project of the coming years. Make sure to subscribe to our channel, hit the like button, and turn on notifications to be the first to get exclusive Hollywood insights, casting updates, and fresh trailers. Today, we have gathered absolutely all available, confirmed, and insider information about the sequel, Michael 2, which promises to be even more grand, dramatic, and high-grossing than the first film. The green light for the sequel was given by Lionsgate in a heartbeat, and the reason for that was the unprecedented box office success of the first chapter. Released in global theaters in late April, the Michael biopic caused a massive sensation, grossing hundreds of millions of dollars. The film has been recognized as one of the most successful musical biopics in cinema history, sparking colossal audience interest worldwide. Even though professional critics' opinions were deeply divided, the audience score soared to cosmic heights. Theaters around the globe experienced pure madness. People weren't just watching a movie, they were singing, crying, and dancing in the aisles, turning theatrical screenings into live Michael Jackson concerts. It was this massive wave of fan love that guaranteed the launch of Michael 2 into active development with a highly impressive budget. The most unexpected news for the industry was an official statement from Lionsgate leadership. During an investor presentation, it was confirmed that a significant portion of Michael 2 has already been filmed and is currently in the rough-cut editing stage. How is this possible? It all comes down to the massive production scale of the first film. Initially, director Antoine Fuqua prepared a rough cut that covered huge eras of the singer's life. However, producers felt that such a lengthy runtime would be too heavy for theatrical release and trimmed the first movie. A massive amount of high-budget, beautifully shot footage, including grand concert numbers and deep dramatic scenes, did not make the final cut. To prevent this valuable material from going to waste, studio executives made a strategic decision to carefully preserve it and use it as the foundation for a full-fledged sequel. Currently, the project is in the phase of active script planning and preparation for resuming principal photography. The main filming process for the remaining parts of the movie is scheduled to roll out at full capacity in the near future. The brief hiatus is solely due to the packed schedule of director Antoine Fuqua, who needs to fulfill his current obligations to other studios first. Authoritative film industry analysts agree that considering the complexity of post-production, historical recreation, and visual effects work, the world premiere of Michael 2 is expected toward the end of the decade. The studio is intentionally not rushing the creators because they want to deliver a flawless product capable of matching or even surpassing the success of the first part. The core acting lineup for the sequel will remain unchanged, ensuring continuity and preserving the incredible chemistry audiences witnessed on screen. Returning to his lead role, without a doubt, is the musician's nephew, Jafar Jackson. His acting debut in the first part was hailed as a historic. The young actor didn't just copy his legendary uncle's facial expressions and body language, he literally lived his life on screen, training hours on end to achieve absolute choreographic precision. Academy Award nominee Colman Domingo is also officially expected to return, once again embodying the harsh, domineering, yet driven patriarch of the family, Joe Jackson. The role of the family matriarch, Katherine Jackson, will be reprised by the brilliant Nia Long, whose performance added deep emotional weight to the first chapter. As the sequel ventures into the territory of the 1990s and 2000s, one of the most vital narrative arcs of the movie will be the artist's personal life, his marriages, and fatherhood. Hollywood insiders report that Lionsgate is currently conducting a highly classified and strict casting call for the roles of Michael's two wives. They are searching for the perfect actress to play Lisa Marie Presley, Elvis Presley's daughter,
whose marriage to Michael in the mid-90s captured the eyes of the entire world, as well an actress for the role of Debbie Rowe, the nurse and mother of his first 2 children. Parallel to this, the directing team is scouting young actors of various ages to portray his children, Prince, Paris, and Blanket. The producers want to show Michael not just as a global superstar, but as a loving, deeply protective father at the famous Neverland Ranch, which will require immense emotional depth from the cast. While the first part chronologically concluded in the late 1980s with the triumphant end of the Bad World Tour, Michael too will focus entirely on the later, most contrasting and tragic period of the pop idol's life, the 1990s and 2000s. The creators promise to reveal the flip side of a colossal, almost godlike fame, an era when Michael became the most recognizable human being on the planet. The plot will feature the creation of the iconic albums Dangerous, 1991, and History, 1995, the monumental 1993 Super Bowl halftime show performance, and the filming of the most expensive music video in history for the song Scream, recorded as a duet with his sister Janet Jackson. A special place in the narrative will be given to the preparation for the infamous This Is It farewell tour in London in 2009. We will witness the exhausting, hours-long rehearsals of the artist at the Staples Center Arena just days before his sudden passing. One of the main complaints from die-hard fans regarding the first movie was that due to runtime constraints, many of the artist's greatest hits were left out. The sequel is set to completely fix this issue. Producers plan to integrate a massive portion of Jackson's highly popular late-period musical catalog into the second part. Audiences can look forward to grand, custom-staged concert numbers set to tracks like Black or White, Remember the Time, Earth Song, They Don't Care About Us. The music supervisors promise to use Michael's original vocal tracks, cleaned up using advanced modern technologies, creating an absolute live performance presence inside the cinema halls. For decades, global tabloids spun a cruel myth claiming that Michael Jackson was ashamed of his heritage and intentionally bleached his skin. However, the official autopsy report released after his passing permanently erased those speculations. The autopsy officially recorded in medical documents the presence of severe progressive autoimmune conditions that the artist spent years trying to hide from public view under tons of professional makeup. Lionsgate's Michael 2, which relies on these real medical chronicles as its core source, will show the raw reality of this exhausting struggle. The primary cause behind the radical change in Jackson's appearance was vitiligo, an incurable autoimmune disorder in which the body destroys its own melanocyte cells responsible for pigmentation. The first white spots began appearing on his hands and chest back in the early 1980s. For a long time, his personal makeup artist spent several hours before every concert covering the white patches with dark cream to powder foundations to match his natural skin tone. However, by the early 1990s, the condition had spread across massive areas of his body, making it physically impossible to camouflage the patches any longer. The health situation was further compounded by another severe diagnosis, discoid multiple erythematosus, which struck Michael in 1983. This disease causes chronic inflammation, scaly rashes, and severely damages connective tissue. In Michael's case, the lupus localized on his face and scalp, leading to the gradual destruction of the cartilage tissue in his nose. The multiple plastic surgeries, for which the artist was mercilessly ridiculed by the press, were actually reconstructive in nature, aimed at saving his face from the destructive impact of the disease. Lupus and aggressive vitiligo management left the pop idol's skin catastrophically defenseless against ultraviolet radiation. Any exposure to direct sunlight caused Michael instant painful burns, blisters, and triggered new flare-ups of the lupus rash. The famous black sunglasses, surgical masks, thick face bandages, and his constant companions, umbrellas, which journalists dismissed as mere publicity stunts, were actually vital medical protections. The years-long battle with physical pain, coupled with the immense stress of endless legal battles and relentless media bullying, completely shattered the artist's nervous system. In his later years, Michael suffered from a severe form of insomnia. Standard sleeping pills stopped working on him, and the singer became entirely dependent on a potent intravenous anesthetic, which he referred to as his milk. Jackson quite literally could not fall asleep without surgical anesthesia, which ultimately led to his fatal cardiac arrest in 2009 due to an overdose administered by his cardiologist. The biggest challenge and intrigue for Oscar-winning screenwriter John Logan remains how exactly the sequel will handle the sensitive topic of the legal and ethical scandals that clouded the artist's later years. Internal sources at Lionsgate and Universal, which handles the international distribution of the film, report that studio executives are absolutely thrilled. The Michael project is viewed by them as their primary goldmine and a core strategic asset for years to come. The success of the first installment proved that the Michael Jackson brand possesses incredible commercial power, capable of drawing millions of people of all ages to theaters, from those who lived through his era to Gen Z who are discovering his music via social media. Michael 2 is being crafted not just for box office returns, but to become the defining pop culture event of the late decade. The sequel's budget is rumored to reach record-breaking numbers for a musical film, allowing the creators to recreate all of the King of Pop's legendary stage shows with unprecedented scale. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to subscribe to the channel, leave a like, and drop a comment with your thoughts. We really want to know your opinion. Which song by the King of Pop are you looking forward to the most in the sequel? And how do you think Joffer Jackson will handle the most dramatic years of his legendary uncle's life? We have plenty of exclusive insider news, trailer breakdowns, and updates straight from the set of Michael 2 coming up, so don't miss our next videos. See you next time on the channel.